David Koechner, we are live with you right now, so if you would just watch the F-bombs and the talk about your weird sexual fetishes, that would be appreciated.
Wow, I'm about to be quiet?
No, we could talk about other things, fishing, I don't know, sports, whatever you're into. And actually, we got to talk about fish a little bit at some point. I want to let you know that last time I had somebody on to promote the first Piranha movie, just to set your just to set the bar for you. It was a gentleman you might know named Mr. Ving Rhames, and he did such an entertaining interview with me that it made it onto the Howard Stern show, it made it onto TMZ, it made it onto Perez Hilton. Like, his interview was he went crazy. So if that's last Piranha, so the expectations for this Piranha are set even higher, I would say. If there's anything you could do, if you could have a breakdown, if you could, like, announce a divorce, if you could say that Anchorman 2 has been completely scrapped, like, any news you could give us or something to make this interview as relevant as Ving Rhames would be much appreciated.
All right, I'll do my best.
Could you tell me, are you waking up in bed next to a famous 20-something Hollywood starlet as we speak?
Better. I'm waking up in bed next to my wife.
All right. The only thing that's going to make that better, David, is if your wife is Michael Jackson.
No, my wife is smoking hot. That would mean I'm waking up next to a decomposing corpse.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how we get attention. Nobody's going to run this story like David Koechner wakes up next to his wife, but if you announce that you woke up next to the guy from Miami who was having his face bitten off by the zombie guy, that might make the rounds. Like, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create hype.
That'd be a bit desperate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of my middle name. I'm doing, if you didn't, I don't know if they announced to you before the interview, David, but I'm doing radio in Billings, Montana. So, desperation.
You gotta entertain yourself, right?
Yeah, desperation is kind of my middle name. You, on the other hand, you just get to do hilarious movies with some of the most hilarious people out there. And the newest one, you're rocking a little Piranha 3 Double D. So, this is a movie a lot of people don't like to associate themselves with. I've heard some interviews. People kind of distance themselves. They acknowledge it's funny and it's sexual, but they try to, like, pull back. Like, I heard David Hasselhoff, and he said, the reason he's in the movie is because he has to suck up to the Weinsteins because he wants the rights to Knight Rider to make a movie. And he tries to, like,
is that right?
Yeah, that's his whole thing. He's like, that's the only reason I did it is because I need the rights to Knight Rider. And he's like, it's a bunch of talented actors like Gary Busey and a whole bunch of other people whose names I can't think of. So what's your attitude towards it? Hey, maybe there's our angle, David. Maybe you hate David Hasselhoff now.
No, he's a great guy. I've worked with David a couple times before. He loves making fun of himself. He has a great time in the film, and I respect and appreciate that. It's so funny that you said he came out and announced his intentions. You'd think that you might want to play that a little closer to the chest, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what you're thinking. Like, I'm going to trick my boss into paying me more by screwing him over. And, like, well, you shouldn't tell people that. Like,
then the other person says, I'm your boss, right?
Exactly. It gets pointed out pretty quick here. Who do you play in Piranha 3 Double D? I'm guessing it's not one of the Piranhas.
That's correct. Well, in a way, he's kind of a bloodsucker. He's a very greedy guy named Chet.
I like it. You really have you do a good job as characters with one-syllable first names. Like, I've noticed that. Any character that's just a one-syllable first name, you really can kick it in the ass. Yeah.
You're right. Anytime they're usually a horrible, despicable guy. That's certainly what this guy is. He's a greedy guy that opens a water park even though he knows that there may be piranha in the water.
Oh, so this is you. All right. It's not a character I like to see you as. I generally like to like you.
He's a dirtbag.
He is a dirtbag. And do you, I don't want you to spoil anything. Spoiler alert here. But do you make it through the whole film, or will we have to wait and see?
Well, I guess I could say describe make it through the whole film. Do I live? Do I die? Let's just say I get bounced around a bit.
I like it. I like it. He gets bounced around. If you want to see what he means, you're going to have to go see Piranha 3 Double D. That's coming out this weekend, and after the Ving Rhames interview last time, I'm a huge Piranha fan. Like, that was just such a fun interview. And you, on the other hand, I love in everything. There's like 50 people. I'm going to start an organization for you guys, David. I was just talking to Wendy McClendon-Covey last week. Are you familiar with her?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, fantastic woman, and I lump her into this same category. There's a whole bunch of these people. You are all the most underappreciated, hilarious actors out there. And, like, I'm going to start a fund where I told Wendy, like, I'm glad she's finally doing Old Navy commercials because at least she can start making money because she's not making enough of it doing movies. Like, because there's this group of super hilarious people, and they never give you guys the starring role or the big billing, and like you never get the credit that you deserve, and you just always are there in the background, but you're the ones that make these works great, and you're joining the club, just so you know. So I'm going to start some sort of a, I don't know what we'll do, like we'll match your guys' salary or something on films just to...
I like that.
Yeah, we're going to
do that. Sounds good.
Something to get you guys just more of what I feel you guys deserve. But speaking of getting what you deserve, Anchorman 2, everybody is texting in questions, is what's the latest? You said Christina Applegate, there was news that you say she returns for Anchorman 2. Did you get in trouble for saying that? Did somebody smack you down?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I know it's just all over the internet like it was a big spoiler. Like they usually seem to hold these things close to the vest, like who's in the film.
Boy, people, don't listen to the internet.
Oh, okay.
Don't listen to the internet.
You're also not... You're not in a bisexual relationship either with Will Ferrell?
You and I are.
I read that on Wikipedia. So you're saying none of this stuff that I'm reading on the internet is true?
Oh, the internet, that's just gossip.
Okay, because it says David Koechner, Champ Kind, says, quote, it's set around the advent of the 24-hour news channel. They're writing a script right now.
Correct. That's from an interview Adam McKay gave. That's a direct news source. Not a chat room. You saw it in a chat room, that's true, but McKay gave an interview. He's the one writing it. Adam and Will are writing it, so it's about the advent of the 24-hour news.
But you don't have really any information about it. You are on board, though, right?
Oh, yeah, we're all on board. But that's all I know. They're writing it now. We don't start shooting until next February.
So it's not like they're like Adam's calling you every day like, hey, guess what? We're going to do this. We're going to do that. You don't have all sorts of little nuggets for us that you're hiding from us. You're literally years away from doing this project and probably annoyed that people continue to ask you about it.
Oh, no, not annoyed. I love how much everybody's down with it. It's, we're all looking forward to it.
That's good. I like to hear that because, yeah, that's how I would feel about it, too. It's like, man, it's that great. It was that great of a film that we're just jacked for number 2. And even if it sucks.
Everybody is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere I go, everyone wants to know, and so it's really cool.
You'll probably appreciate this just because he's a... Never mind. I keep trying to tell stories just to impress you, David, and it's just not working. What else is going on in your life? Instead of me trying to sell this, what about you trying to sell this? What's going on? You're waking up next to your beautiful wife. Congratulations on keeping things going strong there. But we've got Piranha 3 Double D this weekend. We've got Anchorman 2 in the future. What else is going on? What's the career looking like? What are you working on? What's happening?
Well, I'll be doing more episodes of The Office this fall. I go out, I do stand-up. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to get updates about that. It's at David Koechner. What else? There's a movie called Small Apartments that I'm in coming out this summer, and another one called Hit and Run. What else? There might even be one more that I'm even forgetting.
Isn't it awesome that you do so many movies you can't even remember which movies you have coming out? You're just going down a list. You're like, and I know I spent a few months filming something else. It might have had vampires in it.
Well, no, a lot of times you work just a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You roll in and just do your part. Especially like you, if they're going to have you in a cameo. It's like you just go in, you're professional, you kill it, you make everybody laugh, you walk out, flip them off, and collect your paycheck. That's how I picture David Koechner on set.
I flip him off because I don't want to work again.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been great. If you enjoyed him in Anchorman 1, look for Champ Kind coming back for Anchorman 2. But check out a not-so-kind David Koechner in Piranha 3 Double D opening this weekend. David Koechner, as I've said, one of the most underrated and underpaid, hilarious men of our generation. You need to find Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler and the rest of these guys and kick them in the junk until they give you a leading role, man, because you deserve it, brother. At least a leading role paycheck.
Right on.
I'm sure your wife agrees. Have a great morning, David. See you, man.
Thanks, man.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.